So now you know you're going through a divorce, you've retained an attorney, and you have these thoughts about serving your spouse. You want to have somebody in a military outfit go to his or her place of employment. You want to have somebody in the middle of the night knock on the door. All these crazy different ways to serve your spouse. And let me tell you something, don't waste your time, okay? Contact your attorney and have the easiest way to serve your spouse. How is that? Via email, via regular mail. Because really what has to happen is your spouse just has to sign a piece of paper, which is called an acknowledgement of service. That's the first thing. So in an email, you can send the document to your spouse. Your spouse can sign the document and send it back, and you can file it with the court. So doesn't have to be some sinister action to try to serve your spouse and say, okay, now I served you and the process is underway, and stop all that. Okay, it's part of the process to get served. To get served means you're going to read a summons and complaint for divorce. That's it. If you want to have if you need actually to have somebody serve the complaint for divorce, because let's say your spouse says, I'm not going to accept service, and I'm going to play games, and I'm going to hide from my job, and I'm going to hide from you. They can't. How about that? It's very simple. I've had in my career top level operatives for our government who were served in separate states and separate countries even. Doesn't matter. You're going to get served. You're not going to be able to fight the process. It's going to happen with or without you, by the way. If you don't serve the person, you make best efforts and you can have what's called a default judgment. So you don't want to make anything worse. You don't want to ratchet up anything. You don't want to make a war more than you have to on any issue. Service of process for the complaint for divorce is your very first step. Get it done easy, quietly, and move on to the real substance, which is what support, what custody issues, if you have any, assets and debts to be divided. That's the process. Figure those items out and don't spend a lot of time on the actual service of process. It's not that big of a deal.